Hi, welcome again to Pauline Interviews. This is part 2 of a topic called sound healing. And once again, joining me is, I guess I'll call him alternative healer, Messina. And we talked a little bit about Mario's background in part 1, so I'm not going to go there right now. But we're going to actually demonstrate some instruments you use for sound healing. So show us what we've got here and explain how they work.
Okay, these are singing bowls, and these are the metal ones, and these are quartz crystal singing bowls. And then we also have pipes, and then we also have tuning forks. And the tuning forks are used for different parts of the body or energetic healing. Depends on what the client or the person may want change in their particular makeup, whether it's physical, spiritual, or emotional, or mental. So just to give you a tone, that's the tone for the third eye. So if we were opening up your chakras, then this will be one of them that we will use to open up your third eye.
And what would that do to you, to open up your third eye?
The open up your third eye will give you an opportunity to see into the world. People who can see auras, for example, can see it because their third eye is open. You also can get information from the universe. It's like opening a window to a library.
So if you have this sound, it would be good for someone who wanted to meditate.
Yes, they can use it for meditation as well as you can use it for healing. Mm-hmm. And meditation is healing. So they go with each other. So each different bowl makes a different sound. So
now, if we wanted to, these would be, if we had a piano, it would be the same as C, D, E, F, G, A, B.
correct, which are the 7 chakras.
Yes.
So each of the chakras have a tone, a sound. So even when you are meditating, if you are doing, for example, the chakras, the bottom chakra or the root chakra has the sound LAM, L-A-M, and the next one, and so forth, so on. It has different sounds. So the sounds will allow the chakra to expand, to open, and release any locked up energies that you may have. So people use sounds, whether they use a bowl or a pipe or a tuning fork, or their own voice to open up channels in their body and release energy.
So your voice has a vibration. Do each person's different each voice, like, was my resonating to a certain chakra in my body, or can I can actually move it up and down? Is that
correct?
Right.
You can move it up, and of course, voice as anything else. You may have somebody's voice that you really like, and there are so many voices that you don't like, because their vibration or their tone does not resonate with you, and it brings a particular emotional response on you. So yes, vibration does bring a response to you from your body.
Can I try this?
Yes, of course.
So you can do this.
Yeah, do it on the side.
On the side.
Yes.
And no, I've seen people do that. That keeps it going. That's like a pedal on a piano, right?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if everybody likes that sound. Some people, I love it. I just feel really good when I hear that. It makes me feel good. I don't know why. Does everybody respond the same way to that sound?
Some people do. Some people may annoy them. It depends on what vibrational status they are.
I like this. It makes me feel good.
It's kind of like when you're in a bad mood and people want to talk to you.
Yeah.
And you don't want to talk to anybody.
Yeah.
So it depends on your vibrational mood that day. And so something may feel good to you, or you may totally reject it, and then maybe later on pick it up and it was fine.
Every time I've heard crystal bowl, I've always liked it.
Correct. It's kind of like the same thing with foods. There are foods that as a child you didn't like, but now as an adult you like. So we develop and we evolve within ourselves to accept and sometimes remove other things that we may not like any longer.
So how long would you have to do to heal somebody in a certain area? How long would you have to keep that going?
Well, you can, usually you have the person laying down and you put the balls around their body according to the areas you want to affect. and you strike them a few times, maybe 3 to
Oh.
7 times, and let the vibration there, and then move to the next one, and let the vibrations die, and then
I
go to the
understand.
next one, so the
Yeah.
body and the person has a chance to accept and process the next vibration.
Depending on the person's problem, does it take longer for some people or some areas of the body and you have to do it longer? Or is it?
Yes, and
Yeah.
the thing is that they may come with a problem because they have a stomach problem, and the stomach problem may not be completely resolved or not resolved at all, but maybe would resolve other problems that were underneath, below, or above that, that the person was not aware of it. Of course, that's very difficult to say to somebody who still has a stomach ache.
Right. It may
But-
resolve later on, maybe.
Correct, and sometimes you may heal somebody in their spiritual and maybe
Body.
emotional body, but their physical body is still suffering
Yeah.
the physical pains.
But that will work its way down. Doesn't your illness start in your spiritual body or
Yes.
your energy body first?
Well, if you want to affect it the most, is you have to start in the spiritual body, and it slowly moves into the physical
Physical.
body. So it takes a little longer to,
Yeah.
because it happens at the atomic level. The vibration is going to affect the atomic level.
Right.
It's going to be a while before it comes into the big massive liver or stomach or whatever it is you're trying to heal.
Now these vibrate to the different chakras. Do they also vibrate to the different organs in your body?
No, that's only to the area, because the chakras cover certain major
Okay, so-
areas. You could affect those
Yeah.
organs anyway. But there are tuning forks that they are dedicated to many parts of the
Can we
body.
couple these? Yeah.
Yes,
So
and there are
this-
some that are weighted,
Uh-huh.
which means that they are easy to
Oops.
engage, correct? And you can feel them.
Oh, yeah.
All right, and these ones require maybe a little bit, or
That's
either a wooden or a metal ending. And if you don't want to touch, you
Oh, I do. I
can,
like it. Oh, you can do
people
that too.
can feel it this way,
Right.
or they want to hear it
Oh,
first.
I like it. Yeah, you can hear it.
You can hear it first, and
Uh-huh.
then maybe the vibration goes down. Depends on what the person tolerates.
Yeah.
And one of my clients said that when I used the tuning forks, when I first hit it, the sound was like somebody dropping a bag of rice, and when I touch it with the tuning fork, it's like the bag broke and the rice spread.
Oh, wow.
So,
Interesting.
yes, so
Wow.
so she felt the spreading of the sound wave, like it happens with anything when it hits.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
You can see it vibrating. It's like a wave. You throw a rock in and then it vibrates.
there have been videos where they fill this with a little bit of water, and then you hit it and you make it vibrate, and you will see that it raises up
Oh, like
columns
a wave.
of water.
Yeah, interesting.
Yes, so because the vibration make these waves, and then makes a plume of water come up.
How many tuning forks do you use? These?
Depends on what the person. I have
Are
the
there
entire.
7? No.
No,
Oh.
I have. I have tuning forks for every organ of the body.
Uh-huh.
Tuning fork for bones, tuning forks for nerves, tuning fork for DNA changing, to
God.
changing the DNA in a particular thing. So if somebody has a
Wow.
genetic problem,
Wow, you can help them.
yes, we have
Gee,
tuning forks
that's
for the
amazing.
angelic realms,
Uh,
that has the high
yeah.
vibration angelic realms. There is ones that are astrological,
Uh-huh.
as every planet and the sun. So if we want to do more of a spiritual and
Yeah.
your personality that comes to who you are,
Yeah.
we can do the planetary tuning
my
forks. There is the solfeggios, which are a combination of tones.
Uh-huh.
The solfeggios are very powerful, and you can run them. There are 9 of them. You can run them through the whole body.
I'm overwhelmed.
Yes,
I want
and they are tuning forks for every vertebrae in your spine.
Wow.
So.
We're going to, then part 3, we're going to talk about who comes to you, what kind of ailments.
Okay.
That'd be fascinating. I just want to ask you one question about these before we move on, because we have this one more, don't we? Are these the same tuning forks you used to tune a piano?
Yes,
Okay.
similar, yes, and the tuning fork that person uses, I assume they use A, B, C, the notes.
Right, the notes,
Right.
yeah.
Which are
yeah.
exactly kind of the same, so yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
they used to tune an instrument.
Now these look very interesting.
These are pipes, and
Uh-huh.
they usually either hang, or you can put them over the client.
Uh-huh. So the longer the pipe,
The slower the vibration.
The higher the pipe, the higher the vibration. And you got
The
to,
smaller the pipe, the higher the vibration.
The more the pipe?
No.
The smaller, yeah, the
Yeah.
smaller, yeah, just like in music.
Yeah.
Right, the smaller the strings, the higher the, ooh. Now, what would that vibrate with?
This one has a thing, you can see it there, it tells you,
Uh-huh,
and each one of them tell you what they are under the vibration.
okay.
And so,
You these are healing, so they could.
yeah, you can use them for different forms of healing. So these particular ones are called the solfeggio chakras, so you can make them to
Oh,
vibrate the entire body as you hit each one of them and affect different parts of your body.
is one more effective than the other? I mean, how do you choose which instrument you use to help people?
It is easily sometimes to first do maybe the chakras to clear all their energy centers, and then concentrate in whatever area they are.
Oh, okay.
There are calming forks that sometimes I use before massage. They are 64 hertz and 32 hertz at a very low vibration, but you place them a couple of times in the lower back and the person falls asleep.
Ah,
So
that's cool. Instead of taking drugs to fall asleep, you can.
yes.
I gotta tell you, I have no problem sleeping, but what I love, I have this Crystal Voices, and I put it in my tape recorder and I listen to it at night. I don't usually get to the third bowl, I'm already asleep.
Correct.
It's just great. But it says that will it work while I'm sleeping? Will it tune up my organs?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You don't have to physically be awake to hear it. It still will affect you.
Well, that's right,
It's
it affects
the
my
sound.
cells, yeah.
Yes.
So I do that, I think it's helping
So
me.
you can try that one.
I'm not sure what I'm doing with it.
So you are going to hit him.
Oh, I like all these sounds. I like that.
This one vibrates for a while. So Tibetans use it in their chanting.
Yeah,
So
it's got a nice,
yes.
very nice. So that, same thing with that, for your chakras, for your organs, for,
Yes, you get a sense as you're working with the client what sound.
yeah,
Sometimes I place the balls on the back of the client and hit him
yeah,
instead of putting on the side of them.
uh-huh,
But of course the back is easy to place things.
yeah.
Sometimes in the legs it's easier because you don't
Yeah,
stay in
yeah.
balance. But sometimes you can place balls on their back and hit them and let them feel the vibrations.
Is there any difference between using a crystal ball and a metal ball?
Yes, and it depends on the quality and the tone, the clarity.
Yeah,
So
I like this one. I like them both, but I like this one. So, does that mean that if you use a higher quality, it'll heal better?
not necessarily.
Okay,
It's just that it will go well with the client.
right,
And so again, we have to accommodate to the
Yeah.
client rather than the client accommodate to us.
right, that makes
So
sense.
so we have to do what works best. Maybe the client likes that one and only this one, and then a pipe.
Uh-huh.
And if that works for them, then that's what we'll use.
We've got like 4 different types of sound instruments here. How many do you work with in total?
Well, yeah, I also play music.
Oh,
So
okay.
at one time I had this whole room set up with speakers everywhere, so that we'll get, so you can get it through music.
When you say you play music on a CD?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have.
You were gonna blow my mind. I thought you also play piano.
Oh no, no. The only thing I
I
play
wouldn't
is
be surprised.
I play the flute
Oh, there you go.
and the doorbell.
And the doorbell. And the radio.
Yes.
Mario, yeah, go ahead. I want you to finish up. and
So
then we'll do it.
yeah, and so music is one of the most healing ones.
Oh,
So while they're getting a treatment,
yeah.
music is one that you can use.
If you listen to music, or even if you sing, it does. I know it raises your vibration.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then there is tapes that I have that there are to move you into different
Oh,
states of mind.
yeah.
So they're as you listen to them, they will bring down your brain waves and they make you more relaxed,
Relaxed,
or
yeah.
things. So, for example, at nights now I'm listening to a subliminal recording every night when I go to sleep
Yes.
on helping me become a better writer.
Oh, cool. neat.
So
Yeah.
I don't have to do anything but to place
Yes.
it, and it has ocean. So it's
Yeah.
just the ocean, and the subliminal information
Yeah.
is behind the ocean waves.
That's great.
And so then I just do that every night.
Uh-huh.
And so there is a lot, because now we are so technically well that the sound that you can reproduce through the
Yeah.
speakers is very clear.
Very clear, yeah.
That you can also use as a form
Yeah.
of healing.
Yeah, that's great. Well, yeah, like mine is. Mine was came from a CD, the crystal bowls.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, thanks for watching Pauline Interviews. This is part 2. We're talking about sound healing with Mario Messina. And part 3, Mario's going to talk to us about who comes to you and how he helps them heal. Thank you for watching Pauline Interviews.